there, beautiful people. My name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and your notification bell so you can see every time I have a new post. Also, like and comment on this video if you enjoy it. Today I thought I would do something fun, at least fun for my nerdy little self, and do a tour of my houseplants. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and get started with one of my weirder plants. This is a pothos, but it was growing in a pot at my old job with a rhododendron. You can see here where all the roots are all messed up. This poor guy was in quite the sorry state, and when I left my previous job, I kind of took him and brought him home to rehab. So I cut as much as the rhododendron root mass out as I could, and I chopped off a bunch of the dead growth, and we are left with a pretty healthy pothos plant. It still has a way to go, but you can see it's definitely doing pretty well and thriving. I've been able to get a lot of propagations off this guy. This guy is a funny one. You can see it really doesn't take well to water, but it gets all droopy. So this one's a little bit fussy. It really grows towards the light. I actually don't know what kind of plant this is. It was given to me as a gift and by a friend who's normally like a plant connoisseur, but she had no idea what this was. So comment down below and let me know if you know what this guy is. It's doing really well. It has lots of new growth. It's just really finicky with water. You can see I have to put a towel down here. When I water it, it like just spits everything out. But it's a beautiful plant. It has these just gorgeous leaf varieties. So I really enjoy it. I just don't know what it is, and I feel like if I knew more about it, I'd be able to better take care of it. Here are some of my pothos propagations, and most of these are actually ready to be potted. So I need to head out and buy some new pots. I do have some soil, and these guys, yeah, are ready to take root of their new homes. And now in the guest bathroom, we now have this wimpy little guy. It just doesn't get enough sunlight in here. I take it out for about a week at a time, and you can see a little bit of new growth, but even pothos plants, which are pretty much invincible, still need some sunlight. So this guy needs some serious rehab. You can see he's just a little scrawny, but he tries. He tries his best. Now we're in the master bathroom, and I actually have this one on the back of our toilet. These are two propagations from my pothos plants that I've just potted together. These were propagated in water, and I've since moved them into the soil. So that's what all those little ones will eventually end up like this guy. It gets some sunlight in the bathroom, but I do take it out of the bathroom once every week or so for a day or two just to get some extra sunlight. Here are a few little oddballs. So this is a sunflower plant that you can see it has way outgrown this mason jar. I just don't have any flower pots right now because I haven't been able to get out and get any. So that'll be an interesting one to replant. But once I am able to repot it, it's just really going to thrive. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunflower. This is a propagation that my future sister-in-law gave me. It's a plant called Wandering Jew, and this really lighting does not do it justice, but it has these like pearlescent silvery green leaves that of course have the purple background. It is just a gorgeous plant. It's called Wandering Jew because of the way that it grows, but it just has this vast root system. So this guy's ready for a pot as well. Same for this guy. This is a viola, and you can see it's actually getting ready to produce a flower, so I'm super excited. Another one that has really outgrown its mason jar, so these two are going to be really difficult to repot, but it'll be really worth it when I do. So just a couple odds and ends here. This is my bedside table. I have this air plant that I've had for a couple years now, and I don't have to do much to it because it is pretty humid here just in general. I mist it with water like once a week, and it does pretty well. I don't know, I wish it was bigger and fuller, but it's just a fun little piece. Here is just another propagation. You can definitely see the roots have come in and taken hold, so this guy is ready for a pot as well. But these leaf variations are just gorgeous. So here we have all of my different lettuces. So I have this Arrow Garden. It's given to me a couple years ago. You can see my reflection there. But it basically is a automatic hydroponic garden. And so I have lots of different heirloom lettuces, cabbage, my arugula, kale. There's about 9 different varieties of lettuce on here. And this thing pretty much, you okay, King? You wanna go outside? This thing pretty much takes care of itself. So this is my second pothos plant. This one is just thriving, honestly. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. It has new growth every day. It's probably my favorite plant that I have in here. It just lays so beautifully. And you can see just how big some of the leaves are on this guy. So this is definitely my favorite. This was given to me 2 years ago from my mom when I moved into my first apartment, and it was just a little tiny pothos plant, and now it is kind of the plant beast of our house. It's really, really gorgeous. I love all the new growth on this guy. Hey, you can't eat those. Alright guys, so that is it. Those are all the plants that I currently have in my house. The weather is starting to get warmer and we're starting to get more regular rain and less just drought and then flooding. So hopefully we'll start working on our outdoor flower beds soon and really getting the landscaping outside our house taken care of. And I will definitely document that process as that happens. I don't have the world's greenest thumb, but I love plants like pothos, like ivies, because they just thrive, so I can kind of forget about them for a couple weeks. If I do that sometimes, they'll be okay. Let me know what your favorite houseplants are, or send me pictures. I know pothos can get really cool and long, so if you have any like that in your house, definitely send me a picture. Let me know if you'd like me to talk more in depth about any of these plant types and how to best take care of them. And please let me know if you can identify that one plant that I have no idea what it is, but it seems to be thriving pretty well in my house, so I must be doing something right. It was such a pleasure sharing this with you. I know it was something a little bit nerdy, but I love plants. I love green things and living things, so it was definitely fun for me to share the plants in my house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Goodbye.